Hello and welcome back to the Channel Collective. I have another reading for the collective. This is going to be for my Libras. This is a Libra read, okay? Doing Zodiac reads, doing something a little different, okay? And I'll be doing a Celtic cross spread to tell you about your current situation, challenges, the needs you need to focus on, past strengths, near future advice, the environment, hopes and fears, and potential outcome. Okay. Shuffle my decks and I'll say a prayer as well. Thank you, Heavenly Spirit. Thank you, Holy Spirit, for this message. Please keep it bright and light. Therapist Bay, please let the collective hear this message and receive what knowledge they need. Archangel Michael, please protect this space, protect my mind and the minds of the collective. Saint Germain, please transmute any negative energy to light and energy for the collective as well. Thank you. All right, Libra. For your current situation, we have the King of Pentacles. Okay. And, the King of Pentacles is somebody who is very passionate, very nurturing, compassionate, a loving, emotionally intelligent person, somebody that, others come to for support, somebody that's, understands the depths and complexities of emotional, you know, emotional situations, somebody that's mature, you know. Um, for your challenge, you're going to have the Nine of Swords. Okay. This is a card of stress and overthinking and nightmares, plaguing thoughts. Okay. For things you need to focus on, you have the Ten of Cups. Awesome. This is your happily ever after, This is what it's all about, trying to get to this place of happiness and family and, bliss. Did that again. For your past, in your recent past, you're going to have the Six of Wands. This is victory. So a lot of you Libras have recently come out of something, maybe a battle of some sort, and you have come out of that victorious. I don't know if that means you came out unscathed. I doubt it, but you did come out, winning in some sort of way. In your strength, you have strength. funny, funny enough. Yeah. So this is something that you excel in, is showing compassion and self-control. Is kind of what I'm feeling in this. Grace is what I'm feeling in this context, especially. All right. In your near future, you have judgment. Okay. In your advice, Page of Pentacles talks about opportunities, taking your time, learning the basics is kind of what I'm getting here. in your, this is a environment, yeah, Nine of Wands, okay? This is just a lot of work, and you're reaching that point of almost being overloaded, kind of almost like an overwhelming kind of feeling, kind of the time where you need to really pull out your last reserves in this Nine of Wands energy here. Okay. Seven of Pentacles is going to be in your hopes and fears, is the energy of working and, you know, continued continued work is your hopes and fears. So I don't know if that means you're hoping to be able to continue or hoping that you won't have to, and that's a fear that you're going to have to keep working. Um, and in your potential outcome, you have the Two of Cups. Pretty awesome. So, yeah, talks about a union of some sort, maybe. Okay, possibly in love, and we're going to get some clarity here. Okay. All right, Libra. Let's talk about this current situation, which is your King of Cups. Okay, okay, Ace of Swords. Oh, in your current situation, you get the Ace of Swords, the Ten of Cups, and the Queen of Wands. Wow. So right now, it seems like you are emotionally intelligent, you are mentally clear, and you are probably focused on this Ten of Cups, which is, you know, here in your spread here as your focus. So you're right on the money here. As far as your Queen of Wands here, this I believe is just really highlighting everything that you have going on right now. You're very confident. You're, you know, you're independent. You're looks like you're at the height of, you know, of excellence right now, Libra. You are living it up. You're doing your big one right now, as they would say. You are, yeah. I don't know if you've ever been better. Is kind of what I'm feeling. It feels like you've never been better. That's awesome. Okay. And okay. So this is a really good spread, Libra. Whoever you are, if this is resonating for you, this may not resonate for every Libra out there. If you have Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, or even Venus, you may be resonating with some of this message, or maybe not. You know, maybe none of this applies to you currently, and you know, maybe will later. But this is pretty awesome spread. It's one of the best I've seen in a while. I do want to take a minute to clarify now that I've got a good grasp on your current energy, um, the challenge I do want to take a look at too, which is this Nine of Swords, um, which talks about kind of something maybe keeping you up at night, maybe stressing you out, you're overthinking, you're having nightmares, you're, you know, anticipating maybe something bad, possibly. Wow. Okay. Interesting. Okay. As far as your challenge is clarified, the Nine of Swords with the Ace of Pentacles, the Five of Swords in reverse, and the Sun. So, what's challenging you is you're worrying your fears about forgiving someone or forgiving yourself, maybe even about missed opportunities, is what I'm feeling. About maybe the joy and the celebration that maybe you have yet to really feel is kind of what I'm feeling. Like you're coming to terms with what's past. It kind of feels like that. It feels like you may be looking back or thinking about things that have not gone good in the past that you have missed out on, and that keeps you up at night. It makes you think that this might happen again, maybe, of that you may have feel like you are destined to, you know, to lose, maybe, or to not have this joyful Ten of Cups that I see here that you're focused on. That's what's keeping you up at night. That's your challenge, just to get out of this energy of feeling like what has happened before will always be, that you're in a perpetual state of, losing out or missing an opportunity, that the universe doesn't have more in store for you, basically, because you've received blessings that maybe you fumbled in the past or something like that. It's kind of what I'm getting. And you do feel kind of resentful or maybe remorseful or embarrassed, maybe, that looking back, that you had such good blessings, but the joy is still there. There's still more for you, the spirit is telling me, and not to dwell on those things that, have come and gone, because there is something that you gained. Even if you did feel like you fumbled something, that you gained a lesson to be grateful for what you have. Okay. So that clarifies the challenge as far as my Libras here, who are feeling like, you know, your thoughts are bringing you back to mistakes in the past or things that, still pick at you. Okay. Because, you're in your strength, you have the strength. You're focused on your Ten of Cups. You've had victory. You are emotionally mature. Okay. We're going into Judgment. I do want to get some clarity on Judgment. See, oh, too many cards, maybe. We'll take the ones that fill out upright. I guess we'll take all four. It's just four. Okay. In Judgment. Wow. Interesting. Okay. So in Judgment, we get the Four of Cups, the Four of Pentacles, the Five of Cups, and the Page of Swords. Okay. Hmm. To me, this feels like it feels, I get a kind of a almost envious energy out of these cards here. Somebody that focuses on money and wealth and material things, that, you know, very a self-deprecating kind of energy as well, feeling sorry for yourself kind of energy as well. Um, that you feel like unsatisfied. This is coming out in your near future here, Libra. That you might be watching other people and comparing yourself to where other people are. Okay, and you're looking at your money. You're looking at your, maybe, your love life, perhaps even, or, close personal bonds, and feeling a little envious of people, or maybe even envious of the way you used to, excuse me, confirmation, used to feel about yourself. Maybe you're reevaluating and weighing those things that you held so dearly, which, seem to be materials, and your status, maybe, in um as far as ways people see you, or maybe as how much attention you received. Okay. This is in your near future, and the Judgment that um maybe you feel like you're judging yourself here about, because this actually, honestly, this feels, I just want to be honest, feels very shallow. Feels very shallow, feels very materialistic. Okay, very surface level kind of energy here. So if you feel like this is the energy that you used to kind of be in and you have let this go, um, Spirit is telling me to, again, not to be too hard on yourself or not to fall back into this by watching other people and comparing yourself to where they are or comparing yourself to where you were because you don't value these things the same way. And if you are still in this energy, for those of you who are struggling with this in the near future, um, there's judgment. There's going to be judgment here. There's going to be things that are going to highlight those areas in which you feel like you're lacking because you're putting so much focus on these things, and you know, these aren't the things that make life worth living, materials and the superficial, okay? Because to get to this 10 of cups and to get to this 2 of cups here in your future and your potential outcome, um, you have to let go of these superficial kind of energies. Okay, so hopefully most of you have gotten past that. Okay. As far as, do I want to clarify anything else? Yes. In your hopes and fears, you have the 7 of Pentacles. I want to get clarity on that as well. Okay. Libra. Okay. Okay. Basically what I was thinking. Because you got the, oh, interesting. Got the Devil in reverse. You've got the 9 of Wands in reverse. You've got the Death card. And this is basically what I was thinking. That you have a fear that you are going to be drawn back into this toxic cycle, I kind of feel like, of maybe codependency or limiting beliefs, um, of basically choosing the wrong type of people or places or things that aren't to your highest benefit. Things that you've learned to detach from currently, I think you have a fear that you're going to fall back into that, that you're not strong enough, okay, to resist those things, okay, is what I'm hearing. That you're tired, that you're going to get tired of working, because that's what the 7 of Pentacles is about work, and continued work. Because, you don't really retire from seeking a better life and doing better for yourself. There's no retirement from that, I don't think. I think it's going to be a constant thing. I think it should be that you should be striving to be better than you were. And I think like that kind of the thought of that actually may may scare some of you or may, make you feel weary of that. But I got the Death card here too, and this makes me feel like that you're looking at it the wrong way. That this is like a death sentence, like something to dread, when it's really not. It's really about new beginnings and ending old cycles and new beginnings. And this is something that you should be, looking forward to, because it's not going to seem monotonous, is kind of what the energy I'm getting. Like, I know that things that are from the spread is what I'm getting is that the things that you maybe used to value or struggle with are things that some people may see as vain, things that make you seem vain to others, or maybe you feel like are vanity based, which, people like to look nice and have nice things and to be popular. And, those things, there's nothing really wrong inherently with those things. It's just that when we place too much value above, other things, I think is when it becomes an issue. And I think everything in balance is where you need to be focused on. If you want to look nice, you want to be well liked, you want to be respected and loved, that's fine. That's great. I think that's awesome. And this will continue to change in your mind about the value that you place on those things, or even how you even define those things the same. You might not really define what popularity and, you know, beauty or, wealth or whatever it is the same way. As you grow and get older, you might, reevaluate what those things look like to you. Okay. So this will keep changing and evolving over time. So it's nothing you need to be afraid of or even, you know, dread that the work that you're doing to better yourself is going to not be just as fulfilling and shiny as you once thought, or, you know, you are still going to be quite impressive. You're still going to be all of those things. And what's even better is that you're going to be impressive to, a union that really matters above all else, not just the masses. This is a person that will see you as the most beautiful and precious thing, you know, and that has more value than, anything that the masses could give you. Okay. All right. I'm going to leave it there, Libra. If you enjoyed this message, please leave me a comment below. And thank you for joining me again at Alchemical Arcana Tarot. And I'll catch you in the next video.